So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it has been a struggle the last couple days trying to figure out what to talk about in these off-season recaps, but luckily I was able to scrape the bottom of the barrel and find some stories that are worth, talking about in length. So Pedro Baez, he just signed a deal with the Astros. If you don't remember, Pedro Baez is a pitcher for the Dodgers. Who do the Dodgers play in the 2017 World Series? The Astros. So I feel like the city of LA is kind of in shambles right now, thinking, okay, do we support Pedro Baez because the Dodgers weren't giving him the money, but then he went to the Astros of all teams. We'll talk about that, as well as Corey Kluber. He might be going back to the Indians of all teams, and then Luke Voit as well as DJ Lemahieu are not having what the Yankees are giving DJ. So to me, it's gonna be a good video. Hey guys, real quick while I have your attention, today on More Fuzzy, my second channel, linked in the description down below, we're gonna rank the Star Wars movies, and it's gonna be pretty spicy. Do not miss it. But for real, we have to figure out the game of baseball and the product that we want to give going forward, because it's boring. The offseason is boring. I mean, unless a team decides to say we're going to be super cheap and not hold on to our superstar player and they trade them away, nothing is seemingly happening, and it's bad for baseball. Come on, we need to get some younger folks on the social media side of things and get the game rolling, because the game is gonna die if we don't do something soon. But like I mentioned, Pedro Baez signed a 2-year deal with the Houston Astros, and a lot of people are throwing him under the bus because they said of all teams, the Astros were the one that you cannot sign with. But the one thing I will note is that Pedro Baez did not play in the 2017 season or World Series, so he doesn't really have anything to do with the banging on trash cans cheating scandal. So if you're a Dodgers fan, I would say go easy on the guy, although the Astros did cost them a World Series ring because he was still on the roster. He was just injured, so he couldn't play. So with that in mind, let me know if you're an Astros fan. Do you like this deal? Do you not like this deal? Because in the playoffs, he can be a little bit shaky, but over the last 7 seasons with the Dodgers, he had a combined 3.03 ERA. So in the regular season, Pedro Baez is going to be one of the most consistent relief pitchers in all of the game. Just again, in the playoffs, he might be a little bit shaky, although he does have a mid-3 ERA collectively for his career in the postseason. So he's not horrible, but he is prone to giving up a few walks and then a bomb, so he can give up a 3 spot in the blink of an eye. Moving over to Corey Kluber, the 35-year-old, or at least he's going to be 35 years old in April, so kind of the first month of the 2021 season. 25 different teams showed up to his throwing session. What does that mean? Pretty much all of Major League Baseball is looking to see if Corey Kluber can yet again claim his spot as Kluber, one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in all of baseball. For a long time, there was a debate. Is it Justin Verlander? Is it Jacob deGrom? Is it Corey Kluber? Because again, we're talking about a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, and he came in 3rd place back in 2018. I believe it was 2018, but Corey Kluber, again, one of my favorite players of all time, another member of the Indians that they just gave away for nothing. We got Delino DeShields and Emmanuel Clase. DeShields just got released, so he's gone. And then Clase was banned for all of 2020. So far it's kind of been a lose-lose trade. The Rangers got 1 inning out of him, and then he was a free agent. So it was really one of the worst trades that I've ever seen. But Corey Kluber, again, he's going to be 35 years old. He's only pitched in 36 innings the last 2 seasons. So if you are a Phillies fan, if you are a Red Sox fan, in my opinion, those are the 2 teams that could use the services of Kluber more than any team. Maybe even the Yankees, because right now the two biggest pitchers that I'm looking at that can really have Cy Young caliber seasons that are free agents, you have James Paxton, who a lot of people do not value, and then Corey Kluber. Those are the 2 guys that you can plug in, and if they pitch how they're supposed to, they can be a 2 or 3 starter at minimum, and if they can be your ace, so be it. That pretty much does it for the Corey Kluber story. I don't really know what to make of it. Again, I am scratching the bottom of the barrel trying to give you guys content, because if I'm going to keep it real, when I don't make these videos, I'm not really up to speed with the game of baseball, because again, nothing happens. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, because I'm trying my best here. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and talk about the Yankees, because they in my opinion, are botching the DJ LeMahieu deal. But on the flip side, I can also understand where the Yankees are coming from, because in 2020, they had the highest payroll in all of baseball at $109 million. The Dodgers and the Yankees are famous for always selling out their stadium. Every single game, at least at home, is packed with fans. The fact that they couldn't have any fans in attendance while also paying their roster the most in all of baseball, they were definitely affected the most by the corona and the situation, the global pandemic. But Luke Voit, he's saying that doesn't matter. And also we can point to teams like the Padres. We can point to teams like the Chicago White Sox, who are signing players and trading for players left and right. Liam Hendriks got the highest AAV contract for a reliever in Major League Baseball history. You're saying the Yankees can't do that, and that because no one else is signing, the Yankees should get a pass? Nope, the Padres are showing that's not fair. And again, like I said, the Chicago White Sox, between Lance Lynn and Liam Hendriks, they are showing up the Yankees, and Luke Voit came out and said, we need him. Straight up, we need him. And then he later goes on to say, I think he's the best hitter in baseball. I'm literally sitting next to a printer right now, and it makes me think of DJ because he's a freaking machine. We need him. Luke Voit, who led the entire league in home runs just a season ago, is saying that he's not the best hitter on the Yankees. He's not even one of the better hitters in baseball. DJ LeMahieu is at the #1 spot, and I have to agree with him because from a pure hitter, a contact hitter perspective, I would say that DJ LeMahieu is probably my #1 guy. Now, if you're going overall with power and, WRC plus, you probably have to go with Mike Trout. Mookie Betts is up there as well, but DJ LeMahieu, easily one of the best hitters that I've seen in my lifetime. He's going to get you a .330 batting average. He's going to hit you anywhere from 15 to 25 home runs with a +900 OPS, and he plays a decent second base, but he can be a DH, he can be a first baseman, he can play third base, he can really play wherever he wants in the infield as long as you're not putting him at shortstop. So to me, because DJ wants a 5-year, $100 million deal, that's the biggest issue. And like the title says, he's becoming frustrated and angry with the process, and he now is telling his agent to start talking to other teams. But the biggest thing that no one's talking about, DJ LeMahieu is 33 years old. So a 33-year-old wants a 5-year, $100+ million contract, and the Yankees, even though they are the Yankees, they have a rich history, they have so much money. They did spend a lot of money just a year ago to not make the World Series again, so they're trying to think of a different approach. Maybe it's by developing prospects and trying to trust them as opposed to just shelling out money for players that are aging, because by the time that this contract is up, DJ is going to be 38 years old, and if we've learned anything from the Miguel Cabrera contract, from the Robinson Cano contract, from the Albert Pujols contract, when you're giving someone like DJ a hefty contract and he's going to be heading towards 40 years old, it doesn't always play in their favor unless you're talking about Nelson Cruz or Barry Bonds, who define the three guys that I can mention, Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz, and Barry Bonds, all were associated with steroids towards the later half of their career. Nelson Cruz, I believe that he's clean, but we've seen it before. He was suspended for taking PEDs, and I don't know how that affects the body in terms of longevity. Do the steroids stay in the bloodstream or in the muscles? Do you get more muscle mass over the course of your lifetime? Again, those are questions that have to be answered, and that is another thing that we can talk about. Where's the universal DH? We don't even know if that's going to be a thing this upcoming season. So just baseball is very much annoying me at the moment. If I'm DJ LeMahieu, I'm thinking, where's my money? I've been a top MVP candidate the last 2 seasons. I've earned the right to demand what I'm demanding, but the Yankees are playing hardball. And like I mentioned, Luke Voit is on his side, but then again, Bryce Harper is screaming up to the rafters to sign JT Realmuto, and the Phillies are not doing that. So even if your best player is trying to advocate for another player to get his bread, it just, the owners don't care. You are nothing but pawns, and it's just a business. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you did enjoy. I will be posting a second video on More Fuzzy, finally a Star Wars video. We are going to rank all of these Star Wars videos from best to worst. Please go ahead and subscribe. I'm on the road to 10,000 subs. And also, do me a favor, watch as much as the video as possible because I'm trying to get monetized and I need 4,000 hours of watch time. So even if it's on the background, I would really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.